What's up, Trader's Edge? It's Mark Sebastian, your only option, and this is the week that was. Now, it's not really the week that was because I'm recording this Wednesday night, and we have a half day on Friday. However, Option Pit is dark, so I'm just giving you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but really that's when the action is. If you want to know what I'm looking for on Friday and ahead, to pay attention to my next video. So it was an interesting week for the markets. We did hit an all-time high, and we're going to be talking about what happened in SPX, the Qs. We're going to talk about AI. We're going to look at crypto. We're going to look at MSTR, and we're going to talk about volatility. So with that, let's dig in. All right, like I said, interesting week for the markets. We had an all-time high on Tuesday, and then a little bit of a pullback, closed below 6,000 on Wednesday. Futures, though, did not. So the path of least resistance for markets is still higher, although S&P looks a little stretched. What does not look stretched is the triple Q. Triple Q looks soft. It did not have an up week, unlike the rest of the Dow and the S&P. It actually is not at an all-time high, unlike the Dow and the S&P. I'm looking for some continued softness. I think we're going to see some weakness out of the AI names. Why? Dude, they're crushing Adele. And dude, HPQ also. Both the PC makers got absolutely smoked. Why? There's not an AI super cycle developing so far in PCs. That is a problem. That also speaks really poorly for Apple's upcoming alleged super cycle that is built out of the iPhone. I think that's a real problem, and you got to think twice about whether the AI for personal use is playing out the way that they're thinking. I still like AI on the data center side, makes a ton of sense. I like it on the enterprise side, but maybe not on the personal use side nearly as much as we're planning. Getting back to markets review, diamonds closed just off the all-time high. They were actually green most of the day before they turned around and went negative, even as the Q strengthened up. So we've got this kind of back and forth between tech and industrials, and industrials have been winning. Basically since Trump won the election, industrials, banks have been stronger than tech. That's been the story. And I think we're going to continue to see that. Diamonds do look a little overstretched here, so I wouldn't be surprised if they pull back a little bit, but I do like them into the end of the year. Another thing I like into the end of the year, the Russell 2000. It's touched all-time highs a couple of times this week, or threatened them. And I'm liking IWM to 250 by the end of the year, but had a really nice week. VIX closed the day flat, tried to break out on Wednesday, but then failed, and they ended up just dumping it. And I think you're going to continue to see that. The curve is in a full-on contango, kind of moving lower. My SFIX strategy for trade desk is killing it. Energy, after a really nice bull run for nat gas, kind of came crashing down on Wednesday. I think this is an opportunity to go long. I wouldn't be buying UNG. I'd be looking at EQT as a potential long. Had a really nice run up, kind of, has found its floor here. I'm looking for a move to 50 in EQT. Last but not least, you can breathe a sigh of relief. Bonds seem to have found their floor and recovered. That is big. That is big. And if bonds are recovering, the market will be fine. Bitcoin had kind of a down week. Did close the week down, but had a really nice recovery Wednesday. It looks like there could be some problems there. I'm over the weekend, I'm reading the bond prospectus of MSTR, and I know it sounds boring, but I think there's going to be some important information there that I need to kind of download and I'll report on this for my traders because that's what I do. I read it so they don't have to. And I need to figure out whether this is going to cause the next Bitcoin winter. Crypto winter would be a real problem for markets. And if anybody's going to do it, it is this company in particular. Last but not least, let's look at a couple of commodities. Oil had kind of a down week, but I think it found a floor. Gold had a really down week, but again, I think it found a floor here. I'm looking for gold to make a move back above, GLD to make a move back above 250. Of the precious metals, I think I like SLV the best. That's one I'm going to be looking to go long early next week when I'm back. All right, folks, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving and a great week. I am Mark Sebastian. I am your only option. If you're watching me on YouTube, like and subscribe, and leave a comment or a question, and I will get to it. Have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon.